I think the thing I want to emphasize to the group that I spoke to is take care of these young people. Teach these young people the fundamentals associated with the game. Minimize the contact and the abusive contact associated with tackle football. Understand that kids that play this game, the body's not anywhere near developed between the ages of 8 and 12. From 13 to 17, the body now takes on the task of where it can be developed to play a game as physical as football. So the coaches that coach the game have responsibility to the players that play the game. The players that play the game have a loyalty to the coaches that teach them how to play the game. They have to collectively work together in order for this game to really work and for it to stay fundamentally a sound game in America versus football just going by the wayside and people now playing soccer, lacrosse, field hockey, or something else to replace football.
Is it something that you've seen more and more bringing that up? Is parents saying, we see the injuries, we see the problems, the long-term problems, we're trying to keep them out of football now, or at least, getting injured?
Absolutely. I think that from watching former teammates of mine with kids that will not allow their kids or grandkids to play the game, from people like my dear friend Bob Costas, who works for NBC New York and has worked in sports for over 40 years, him talking about the fact that if he had a son, he wouldn't allow him to play tackle football, to meet with people like Robert Cantu, who is behind this program, and to meet with Jason Lukasevic, who happens to be my attorney, and the guy who filed a concussion lawsuit claim to begin with. It's imperative for folks to understand that there's a responsibility to educate and eradicate concussions, to help people understand what traumatic brain injury really is and how to deal with the impairment of traumatic brain injury. It's a responsibility, especially if you're associated with the game and you're associated with sports. Now, if you don't care, turn cheek, go about your business and live your life. But if you do care, put it in and you'll get it out.
Is it tough for the message to get across sometimes when you look up and you see, a team like LSU, a high-profile team that's doing the big cat drill and some of that hitting that some don't see necessary a lot?
Well, like I said before, I don't think you can 100% go to something like that. Some people believe it. But I think, like Coach Teever said, in the off-season when you're looking to teach the game, utilize those tools and those assets. Avoid the contact. Hell, you're not going to play somebody for, over 180 days? So you can utilize tools like that to teach and develop and help kids understand the game fundamentally better. Use the film. Use the classroom. Use the tackling dummies. Use the pads. Use whatever you can to help build a bigger, better, faster, stronger, smarter football player versus having contact all the time.